Okay, continuing, we have student athletes from Kansas State, Wesley Awandu and DJ Johnson. Fellas, welcome to Sacramento.
Thank you.
Can you talk a little bit to start about your season as a whole and what it's taken to get here?
Uh, a lot of bumps and bruises, a lot of ups and downs, but persevered through it all, and we're finally here on the big stage.
Same, like Wes said, a lot of ups and downs, and fought through them, especially towards the end of the season, and we're here now.
Get right to the questions.
Ken Corbett, Topeka Capital Journal. For both of you, how much are you guys riding this underdog theme and, getting into the tournament so late in first four and just kind of using that as something to motivate you guys along the way?
I feel like it's been a mentality all year, but, we're finally here with the rest of the teams. Got an opportunity just like everybody else, so any team in this tournament I feel like should be respected no matter what. If you're in this tournament, you did something good to get here, so we still consider the underdog, then that's what it is, but we just got to go out there and play like that every time.
I second that.
Mark?
Mark Billingsley, Manhattan Mercury. What has anybody on this team been with back in 2012, like a fifth-year senior now? Anybody have any experience at all? You were with the team. Have you been able? Are you kind of like the wise old man in the locker room now, telling your team about what it was like to be in the pressure of being an attorney? Tell me a little bit about bridging that 5-year gap.
I wouldn't say I had to bridge it too much, just because Wes is a lot of help, and Corby and Zach and Austin as well. With having 5 seniors on the team, we know what it takes to win. Maybe every now and again there's a constant reminder that, hey, we need to be doing this right, we need to be doing that. This is how you be successful. But it's always echoed in the locker room with the seniors, by the seniors.
Riley Gates, GoPowerCat.com. Wesley, when you look at the South region here, you got Carolina, Kentucky, UCLA. What do you make of that? Just how tough is this region going to be for you guys? I mean, I know you would take it one game at a time, but to maybe come out of this region, what's it going to take?
It's going to take your best basketball, each possession, any chance you get, each game. You just got to come out here and play your best basketball and do what you do best. I feel like if each guy on the team, keep doing what we've been doing these past games, bring what they bring to the table best. We should be in the game with any of these teams. We didn't play pretty good teams all year, so just got to stay consistent, and keep things up. And I feel like, the challenge will be there for us to take. It's just how bad you want it.
DJ, I know it's been quick looking at Cincinnati, but just your impression of their team and what do you see as a key for you guys against them?
I think they're a hard-nosed team, very physical. They like to pound the ball inside, so I'm going to be big on my part to play some good post D, me, Dean, and Isaiah, and Budke next as well. As well as the guards for getting their hands up and, kind of deflecting some of those passes coming into the post, making it a little harder on the guards and just slowing them down a little bit.
DJ, you're the big guy down low. I mean, you're supposed to be down there getting all the rebounds, but then you got a guy in Corby who's been kind of coming out of nowhere recently, getting tough rebounds and playing hard. What type of a spark has he provided for you recently?
He's great. Cam getting foul trouble early, or he needs a quick breather, and Corby comes in, and if he doesn't keep the same lead, he extends it. He goes in and rebounds, does a couple things that maybe most guards don't do, and rebounding the ball is one of them. Hustling, diving on the floor. He just wants to win, and that's something that we all appreciate in Corby. He just comes out there and gives it all he got.
Any other questions? Okay, gentlemen, thank you. Oh, yeah. He knew it was coming.
Bruce Weber.
Doug Kelly, very
Nice to
nice
meet
to
you,
know
Doug.
you, sir. Yeah, this whole thing is
You
their
made it, Ken, huh?
practice gym.
You drive here too? That's good.
Okay, we have Kansas State head coach Bruce Weber. Bruce, first of all, can you talk a little bit about your season and, of course, a big win the other night in order to get to Sacramento?
Well, I said all along we have a good group. We had a good start to our season. We hit a little bit of adversity in the middle. You get in the Big 12, which is such a good conference, and you're playing, what do we have, 5 top seed teams in the tournament, and lost some close games, lost, some heartbreakers, and, had a couple injuries in the middle, but our guys fought through it, survived, and really got everyone healthy in the last 3 weeks. I think we've really played good basketball and was excited. We were excited to see our name come up on the TV screen. It didn't matter if it was the play-in game or the first 4 or what it was. They just wanted to be part of it. And they played at a high level on Tuesday night and beat a good Wake team, and a very hectic day Wednesday, a long day, and got out here, and hopefully it'll help that we got here a little bit early and kind of get situated and get ready for Cincinnati.
Coach Mark Billingsley, Manhattan Mercury. Where's this game going to be won and lost? What is your biggest point you're trying to hammer home with your team right now?
Well, they're a very good defensive team. Their numbers are amazing, whether it's points allowed, field goal percentage defense, steals, block shots. They're some of the best in the country. So, I think my big thing is we have to be a good defensive team on the court, and we got to limit their easy looks and make them earn things. And, maybe we get some transition off of some good defensive possessions and steal some baskets. The other thing I think we got to be very determined. We got to get all the loose balls. Somebody tips a rebound and we grab it and get a basket and one. All those little big heart plays, those determined plays, I think could make a difference in the game.
Riley Gates, GoPowerCat.com. You mentioned those hard plays. A guy, Corby Irvin's been just kind of doing that a lot recently for you. How big of a spark has he been for you coming off the bench, and how nice is that to have a guy like him who gets like rebounds and things where a lot of people really wouldn't expect that out of him?
Yeah, he makes all those little plays. He's played with a great deal of confidence and played very aggressive the last, last 4 weeks, 5 weeks. I think I've told you guys he's been, such a positive force. He wants us to win. He kept, continually texting me, "We're going to get in the NCAA, coach. I promise we're going to find a way." And we did get in. And then he was big time the other night. Again with those little plays, those offensive rebounds, loose balls, whatever it might be. And it was great for him to be part of it, and then to make some key plays in the game that helped us win.
Coach Weber, you took Illinois to the Final Four in 2005. Towards the end, had a bumpy stretch there, with some player issues. John Gross takes over the program. He's fired a few days ago. Do you look back on that program and say, hey, you guys could have still had me, but I'm doing a lot better at Kansas State, and you're still making it to the tournament?
Well, we loved our time at Illinois. We had a really good run. I think if you really study it, it's probably the best 9-year run in the history of the program. We got did some things no one else has ever done in Illinois basketball history, and you never want to leave a place, but you see all the things happening in our business today. The coaches losing their jobs. It's a tough business. It's a crazy business. It's gotten tougher. I'm just very fortunate to be at Kansas State, have a great opportunity, have a good group, good fans, good administration, and that's all I worry about. And I've been very, 38 years ago, I had a dream of being a college coach, and I never thought it would happen. Got on. Coach Katie gave me a break at Western Kentucky. I was with him forever. Thought I'd stay at Purdue forever. Some crazy things happened. Went to Southern Illinois. Had an unbelievable run there. Illinois popped up. So it's just I've had a good run and been very very, very blessed to be part of some special times in college basketball. Yes.
With momentum, is there any advantage gained by the momentum of one game under your belt coming in and kind of?
You're watching Mount St. Mary's today. They're pushing Villanova. I think Villanova stretched it out a little bit here when I walked by. But, you get that experience, a little bit free and loose. I know, when we played LaSalle, I had to get our guys to understand, hey, they're good. And then two, they already had a game and they already made shots and they took us by storm at the start of the game. I think it was maybe 17, 18, 19-point lead and we had to fight back. We came back and took the lead, but they ended up beating us, which is to me one of my most disappointing times at Kansas State because I thought we had a great group and we had a chance to make a nice run. But that's part of March Madness and being part of that, there's no doubt. I think it can be an advantage. I've talked to the players about it, and emphasize, hey, let's, we have a game under our belt. We have nothing to lose. No one expects you to win. They didn't expect us to beat Wake. Just come and play.
Ken?
Ken Corbett, Topeka Capital Journal. We had a chance earlier today to talk to Marcus Foster, and he was very contrite, said he made mistakes at his time at K-State, and he's learned and grown. Just what are your thoughts on how he's changed and progressed now at Creighton and what he's done with his career?
I said during the season, I don't know, was a national writer, Creighton writer, I'm not sure. I'm about kids and helping kids. That's why I got into business 38 years ago. I was a fifth grade teacher, high school basketball coach. I still love working camps and Marcus, made some bad decisions. I think, if he told you that, I'm sure, it's what happened. And, we did our best to try to help him. And if I did something to help him in life and by saying, hey, you're not part of this program anymore, and it hit a spot, a nerve, and he's made, he's had a great year, helped Creighton have a great year, and it helps him for his future. I wish he was at Kansas State. I'd sure like to coach him. I know he can make a lot of shots, but if it helps him in the long run, it's a positive thing for him and his future, and I'm doing my job as a coach.
Mark, if we could get this gentleman, he's been waiting patiently because we got a malfunctioning microphone here.
I'm not sure he ever waits patiently.
Ouch. Coach, one of your guys, Kwanzo, got the Missouri job nearby. I'm just curious what you think he'll do there, how good he'll be.
Well, one, he's just an outstanding person and, somebody with the heart of a lion. As I recruited him, coached him, watched him evolve as a coach, as a player. When he first got to Purdue as a player, our trainer said his knee's so messed up he'll never play over 18, 20 minutes a game. His last, as a senior, he probably never went out of the game. 38 minutes, 39 minutes, he'd get mad if we ever took him out. And he overcame pain, went and played professional basketball, had cancer, overcame that, got into the coaching profession, and he's just done great. Great human being, great family guy, great family, rock solid. I know he'll do it right. He'll work at it hard and brings them, that St. Louis connection, Midwest connection. I think he'll do a great job for them. And he was at Missouri State, so and he's from St. Louis, so a lot of connections there to help their program get going again. So I heard you. Yeah, I don't know if you need to repeat it, but we did have guys have. There's a lot. They get spring break for 2 weeks, so they. I think Corby said on Sunday that he was excited he could miss class for a whole week. But we arrived yesterday, and we had 3 guys that had to take tests. Some more guys had to take tests today. It's that week before spring break, and a lot of professors have exams kind of midway through the semester. But we're very proud of what our guys have done. Everyone since I've been here has graduated. Our seniors this year, Wes, Wes is going to graduate in the spring. DJ's already graduated, working on his master's. Corby will graduate. Austin Budke has chemical engineering, and he'll be done in next fall. And then Zach Winter will be done next fall with his degree in business. So, we take a lot of pride in it. Our academic advisor, Leanne Fowler, does an unbelievable job. Matt McCumber, my assistant, oversees that. And, couldn't be more proud that, again, as a coach, part of your job is to make sure they graduate and give them a chance to have success in the future. And we, our administration emphasizes it, and we try to emphasize that. Leanne's with us, our academic advisor, so she gets to proctor the tests. I think one guy had something online. The other ones tests were sent to us, and she proctored it and then made sure that that the information was sent back to the professors. So it's fun to be here, but they also are students, and they got to take care of business.
The way Cincinnati plays is so different from Wake. Is it like going from like Iowa State to West Virginia?
Yeah, it is totally different. It's I said after, a totally different animal. Wake was obviously they could score the ball, but they didn't. They kind of, I don't want to say let you score, but they were more up tempo and wanted that kind of game, and we were able to take advantage of some things and get a lot of layups, got a lot of open shots. You said 66% for a game is pretty good percentage. Now we're going to have to fight and claw for every basket, and we know that. But we've been through it. Whether it's Baylor, whether it's West Virginia, those are kind of teams, that tough-minded, hard-nosed teams. Now West Virginia, theirs is more the pressing. This is more the half-court switching, matchup zone, switching man-to-man, protecting the paint, blocking shots, steals. Aggressive, get you kind of screwed up, and it's not going to be as easy as Tuesday night. There's no doubt, but we got to find ways to score, and that's what we've tried to talk about the last 2 days.
Anyone else have a question? Okay, Coach. Thank you very much.